Hi, I'm Kristen Amdahl and welcome back to my studio. In this video, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks for making the Sanibella crochet shawl pattern. This gorgeous shawl is worked in 4 colors of Biso Sporty yarn, but it would be equally as beautiful in a solid color too. The addition of 9 gold ball beads at the edge adds an additional bohemian flair that is one of a kind. You will need 650 yards of No. 2 sport weight yarn, an I-9 or 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, yarn needle, scissors, and optionally you will need 9 1/2 inch gold ball beads. This pattern is shown in Biso Sporty yarn in colorway Sun-Kissed Yellow, Tropical Hot Coral, Caribbean Turquoise, and $1 Million Red. Row 13 is a repeat of row 9. We start with a slip stitch into the first chain 2 space and our beginning shell. And our repeat for this row is chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 5, and single crochet in the next chain one space. And so our repeat for this row is chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 1 space. And you want to repeat that all the way across. Repeat, you skip the last single crochet in the last chain 1 space and just move on to the last shell in the last chain 2 space. At the end of row 13, you should have 33 chain 5 spaces, and this is what your work should look like at the end of row 13. Row 14 begins with a slip stitch into the first chain 2 space and then our beginning shell, then chain 5, and 7 double crochets in the next chain 5 space. Then we'll repeat that again, chain 5 and 7 double crochets in the next chain 5 space. Then chain 2, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 2 space, chain 2, and 7 double crochets in the next chain 5 space. And you want to repeat from the chain 2 through the 7 double crochets 2 more times. Then chain 5, skip 1 chain 5 space and work 7 double crochets in the next chain 5 space. And you want to repeat chain 5, skip 1 chain 5 space, 7 double crochets in the next chain 5 space. You want to repeat that 5 more times. Then chain 2, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 5, single crochet in the next chain 5 space, chain 2, and 7 double crochets in the next chain 5 space. And you want to repeat from the chain 2 space through the 7 double crochets 2 more times. Then chain 5, 7 double crochets in the next chain 5 space, and work a shell in the last chain 2 space. At the end of 14, you should have 15 7 double crochet shells. And this is what your work should look like at the end of row 14. As I said before, this is a repeating pattern. It's a 4-row repeat, and it just grows by 4 extra repeats of the stitch pattern in each of those sections. So you want to refer back to the pattern with charts and written instructions, as well as stitch counts at the end of each row to keep on track for the rest of the shawl. And then I'll show you how we do a slight modification to the last row for the edging. As you can see, I did one more full repeat of the 4-row stitch pattern, And if you're going to modify this at all, make it larger or smaller than the original in the pattern, what you're going to want to do is make sure that you end the last row of the shawl before doing the edging row on a row where you have the 7 double crochet shells. That's the setup row for the edging. So now let me show you how to do the edging. And we're going to start this row same as all the other rows, slip stitch into the first chain 2 space, and then work a beginning shell in there. Okay, then it's chain 2, 1 double treble crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. So yarn over 3 times, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. That's a double treble crochet. We'll do that 2 more times, 1 each in the next 2 stitches. Okay, there's our 3 double trebles. Now in the next stitch, we're going to work double treble, chain 3, and double treble. You may notice that we're pretty much replicating the row that we did throughout the pattern in double crochet, but we're exaggerating those stitches and making them taller by using double treble crochets instead. Then 1 double treble crochet in each of the next 3 double crochets. It gives us a nice exaggerated scallop for the edging and maintains the fluidity of the stitch pattern, so it all blends in really nicely too. And then chain 2, and so that's what we're going to repeat all the way across. Now if you decide you want to add beads in here, you would do you would slip the bead in on the second or center chain of the chain 3 space in the middle of these sections. Otherwise, I mean, if you want to add beads, you can. If you don't want to add beads, you definitely don't need to either. You could also add a picot in that chain 3 space if you wanted a little more decoration. Depending on what size beads you're adding to the project though, you may need to cut your yarn before starting this row to pre-string your beads on, and that's if they have a small hole. If your beads have a large hole, you could join them as you go and just slip it right onto your yarn for that slip stitch. All of these instructions are included in the written pattern along with detailed charts and stitch counts at the end of the rows. You can find links to the yarns and the pattern download in the video description. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all about anything we talked about in this video, please leave them for me in the comments. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you in the next video.